can always produce documents and stories about the native people in this area. They basically owned this land; it was theirs before the white person come by and says, "Oh no, it's ours now." And without ceremony and without any exchange of gifts or anything, they just came and took control in a lot of cases. The people in here were the closest village was on the river, and they had villages on the rivers because of the abundance of food, lots of salmon, and two, transportation. Mm-hmm. So what happens in communities where that's needed? They need transportation and they need food, and villages end up around that, and those are your hubs. I-5, state routes like the one in front of the Kent Museum is a state route, and so you see food places along the way, you see stores along the way, and basically this was their way of doing exactly the same thing along the rivers. And the closest one, there were two villages here in Kent. One was called Tuck, and to make that into a noun, you put an S in front of it, and Tuck means blocked or jammed, and it was referring to a log jam. It may have been already cleared about the time the first pioneers arrived. The village was vacated about that same time, and Van Dorens moved into this vacated spot that already had the trees cleared, and it was a nice spot for a village. In fact, it was the second largest village of the Duwamish people, and it was called Tuck, or if you put an S in front of it, it's stuck. And then Obj at the end means people of. So Stuck Obj. Almost sounds like Sasquatch. Stuck Obj. And that was the logjam people. The next village was Sutsabot, and that was called Flea House. And it had a story about fleeing elk. And Tuck had a story about snakes. And if you go to the Green River Valley today, which had its name changed from White River to Green, you'll find that there are very large gardener snakes still in that area. And this is, and it's recorded in, both of these are recorded in Arthur C. Ballard's book, Mythology of Southern Puget Sound by Arthur C. Ballard. So you can see those stories. It's preserved for us. It's copyrighted, and that's where some of these stories come from, is books like that.